How many times have you found yourself trying so hard to get someone's attention and feeling like you're just not getting anywhere? Are you feeling ignored or unimportant in your relationships? Or you're trying to get a friend or colleague to pay attention to something you're saying or doing, but they seem completely disinterested? It's frustrating, right? We've all been there when we feel like someone is ignoring us or not giving us the attention we want. You might resort to extreme measures, like constantly checking your phone or social media to see if they've responded to you, or even going out of your way to do something you wouldn't normally do to grab their attention. But often, these tactics only push the other person further away. In this video, we will explore 5 reasons why you might be getting ignored in your relationships, even when you're giving it your all. But we won't leave you hanging. We'll also be sharing 5 practical tips to help you shift the dynamic and treat the person who's ignoring you in a way that builds genuine connections. We know it's tough to feel like you're being overlooked, but with the right mindset and approach, you can turn things around. So stick around. If you are new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos and leave a comment below saying I subscribed. I will try my best to reply to as many comments as possible. Let's start. First, let's dive into 5 reasons someone is not giving you their attention and time. Number 5. You are not confident about yourself and feel inferior to others. One of the reasons someone may not be giving you their attention and time is if you're not confident about yourself and feel inferior to others. It's important to remember that everyone is born with talent and skills, and it's normal to take time to discover them. However, when you feel inferior to someone, you may give them the utmost importance, trying to impress them. Low confidence can lead you to think that the person you like is too good for you, and that you are nothing in comparison. You may end up putting in extra effort to help them in the hopes of making them like you back. Unfortunately, the result is often that the person senses your desperation and takes advantage of you, leading them to ignore you even more. Number 4. Your sincerity may be misunderstood as flattery. If you're not getting the attention and recognition you deserve, it could be due to a misunderstanding caused by your own actions. Overpraising someone may make them feel like you want something from them, making them think you're insincere and trying to take advantage of them. Your helpful nature can result in them taking advantage of you without feeling remorse. As a result, they may not give you the importance or recognition you deserve, even if you've helped them or shown them a lot of respect. Understanding the difference between genuine appreciation and flattery is important to avoid this confusion and get the attention you deserve. Number 3. You are dealing with a mean person. If someone you love or care about is ignoring you, it's possible that the reason for their behavior is because they're mean. It can be a hurtful and confusing experience, especially if you're doing everything possible to communicate with them and show your care and support. Sometimes, mean people may not respond to your efforts to communicate with them, even if you're doing everything you can to show your love and support. It can be frustrating and hurtful, but it's important to remember that it's not your fault. You don't deserve to be mistreated, and it's not your responsibility to try to fix the other person's behavior. Number 2. You do not set healthy boundaries while helping others. When you've gone out of your way to help someone and they ignore you afterward, it can be hurtful and frustrating. It can leave you feeling like your efforts were in vain and that you were taken for granted. In some cases, the person may not even acknowledge or appreciate the effort you put in to help them. Unfortunately, some people might take advantage of your generosity and assume you'll continue to do the work without needing anything in return. It can leave you feeling undervalued and unimportant. And worse, if you decide that you don't want to keep doing the work, you might be met with insults and belittlement from the person you were doing it for, even if it wasn't your responsibility. It can be disheartening to feel like no one cares about your feelings or well-being. You were trying to do something nice and now you're being insulted for it? That's not fair at all. Number 1. You tolerate disrespect and ignore their misbehavior. Another reason people make you feel ignored or behave badly with you and insult you is that you tolerate their behavior without saying a word. Sometimes we put up with bad behavior from others because we feel like we have to, or because we think that's just the way things are. We may not realize that we have the power to set boundaries and stand up for ourselves. Over time, this can lead to a pattern where we're constantly being taken advantage of, mistreated, or ignored. It's important to recognize that you have the right to be treated with respect and kindness, and that you don't have to put up with bad behavior from others. You can create healthier relationships and better self-worth by setting clear boundaries and communicating your needs. Now you know the 5 reasons as to why someone may not be giving you their attention and time. It's time to flip the table and teach them a lesson to value you and your time. Here comes 5 proven tips that will give you the confidence to handle those tough moments like a pro. Number 5. Give them space. We know it can be frustrating when someone doesn't respond to you, but sometimes people need time to process their thoughts and emotions. Respect their boundaries and allow them to come to you when they're ready. It's important to remember that everyone has a unique way of dealing with things. Just because someone doesn't immediately respond to you doesn't mean they're not interested in communicating with you in the future. So be patient and give them the time and space they need. Number 4. Focus on your well-being. It's easy to get wrapped up in why someone isn't talking to you, but don't forget to take care of yourself. Taking care of yourself is key to overcoming the feeling of being ignored. Getting caught up in the why of the situation is natural, but you don't want it to consume your thoughts and energy. That's why spending time doing things you enjoy is crucial. Whether it's a hobby, a new activity, or just hanging out with friends, these are all great ways to take your mind off things and improve your mood. By focusing on yourself, you'll start to feel better, which in turn will lessen the impact of someone ignoring you. Doing things that make you happy can give you a fresh perspective on the situation. You'll begin to see plenty of other positive things happening in your life, and this realization can help shift your mindset to a more positive one. Remember, you're amazing and worthy of attention, so don't let anyone else's decision to ignore you bring you down. Keep shining and being your awesome self. Number 3. Try to understand their perspective. It's always a good idea to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Sometimes people have valid reasons for not communicating, even if we don't agree with them. Maybe they're going through a difficult time or just need some space. By trying to understand their perspective, you'll be able to see things in a different light. You'll also be able to approach the situation with more compassion and empathy, which can help you stay calm and level-headed. Number 2. Don't take it personally. It's hard not to feel hurt or rejected when someone ignores you, but try not to take it too personally. It could be that the person ignoring you is dealing with their problems or needs time. Remember, their behavior is a reflection of them, not you. You're not responsible for their actions or decisions. You're only responsible for how you react to them. So don't let their behavior get you down. Stay positive and focus on the things that make you happy. Number 1. Communicate your feelings. If someone is ignoring you, it's okay to express how you feel, but try to do it calmly and respectfully. Tell them that you miss talking to them, but understand if they need space. Being open and honest can help clear the air and prevent misunderstandings. It's important to remember that communication is key in any relationship. You'll open the door to a more positive and productive conversation by respectfully expressing your feelings. So there you have it, 5 tips for handling people who ignore you. We hope you're pumped up and ready to take on the world after those 5 proven tips for handling people who ignore you. Remember, being ignored can be tough to swallow, but it's not the end of the world. You can tackle this challenge head-on by giving people space, focusing on your well-being, understanding their perspective, setting boundaries, and seeking support from others. So keep that positive attitude and keep being awesome, my friends. Don't let anyone's decision to ignore you bring you down. Now, you need to watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. It will show you how to build confidence and attract the right person. Make sure to watch it now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.